So what do these two images have in common? What's the connection between these two different people in different situations? If you guessed that both of them are adopting the retention posture, then you are absolutely right. The retention posture is the posture you want to adopt if you want to come across as more confident and secure about your worth. This is also called the Wonder Woman pose or the V-Power pose, and the research shows that it can increase your confidence and help you be taken more seriously. So how do you do it? Well, like all good things in life, it does require some practice. So you need to practice this in advance so that when you actually need to use it, you're able to do so effectively. Otherwise, if you don't know how to do it or you've never practiced it before, it will look awkward and even forced. And you may not get the response that you're hoping for. When you think of Wonder Woman, what comes to mind? Confidence, strength, power, capability, bravery. These are qualities we all want to exude, especially when we're facing a challenging situation. When you put yourself in a powerful posture, it actually changes the way your body reacts. It primes your nervous system to feel more confident and capable. You see, your body and your mind are interconnected. Your posture affects your attitude, and your attitude affects your posture. So if you slouch, you'll feel less confident. But if you stand tall, with your chin up, you'll feel much better about yourself. In fact, research shows that simply copying the facial expressions of someone else can influence your own emotions. So by adopting a powerful posture, like the retention posture, you can trick your brain into feeling more confident, which in turn will make you behave in a more confident manner. But why would you want to do that? You might be thinking, well, if no one can see me, why should I bother with my posture or striking a power pose? Why is it important? Well, there are many reasons why it is beneficial to work on your posture and nonverbal communication skills. Even if you think no one is looking at you or no one cares. First of all, it helps you build confidence and feel more positive about yourself. A study published in the Journal of Behavior Therapy and Experimental Psychiatry found that people who struck a power pose before a job interview were more likely to feel confident and happy with their performance than those who struck a powerless pose. Another study published in the same journal found that people who struck a power pose after receiving good news felt happier and more excited than those who struck a powerless pose. It can also help you project an image of confidence and competence to others, which can make you more likable and influential. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who struck a power pose before a negotiation were more likely to get what they wanted than those who struck a powerless pose. Another study published in the same journal found that people who struck a power pose before giving a speech were more likely to be seen as confident and competent by their audience. Finally, it can help you cope with stress and anxiety by calming your nervous system and reducing levels of cortisol. The stress hormone, a study published in the journal Biological Psychology, found that people who struck a power pose before giving a speech had lower levels of cortisol than those who struck a powerless pose. Now, let's talk about what you need to do to practice the retention posture. First, find a comfortable standing position. Stand tall with your feet shoulder-width apart and your arms by your side. Relax your shoulders and take a deep breath in and out. This is your starting position. Next, slowly raise both arms above your head while taking another deep breath in. As you do this, you want to stretch your torso upwards and arch your back slightly. Try to reach your fingertips towards the ceiling and keep your elbows straight. This is the retention posture. Hold this pose for 2 to 3 minutes each time you practice. You want to focus on your breathing and try to relax your body. Don't worry if you can't hold it for the full 2 to 3 minutes at first. Just do your best and gradually build up your strength and stamina. As you become more comfortable with the retention posture, you can start practicing it in different situations. For example, you could practice it in front of the mirror while getting dressed in the morning or while waiting for the elevator. You could also practice it in a private space where no one can see you, such as your bedroom or bathroom. When you're ready to try it out in a real-life situation, remember to do it discreetly and confidently. For example, if you're at a party, you could strike the retention posture while talking to a small group of people or while standing next to someone you just met. If you're at work, you could strike the retention posture while giving a presentation or while standing in line at the coffee machine. If you're wondering how long you should strike the retention posture for, it depends on the situation. Generally, you want to do it for long enough to feel the benefits of increased confidence and power, but not so long that it becomes awkward or uncomfortable. A good rule of thumb is to strike the retention posture for about 2 to 3 minutes. Before an event or interaction that you want to feel more confident about, then you can switch to a more relaxed posture once you've established yourself in this situation. There are some situations where you definitely don't want to strike the retention posture. One is when you're feeling physically uncomfortable or unwell. If you're not feeling your best, it's not the right time to try a new posture or behavior. Another situation is when you're in a very formal or conservative environment. The retention posture is a bold move that may not be appropriate for all workplaces or social settings. You want to be aware of your surroundings and the people around you before striking any kind of power pose. Finally, if you're feeling shy or anxious, it's probably not the best time to try something new. You want to build up your confidence and comfort with the retention posture in a safe and supportive environment before trying it in a more high-pressure situation. So you don't need to use this posture all the time, but it is a useful tool to have in your back pocket when you need it. It is a simple and effective way to boost your confidence and feel more powerful. It is also a great way to make a positive impression on others and to enhance your personal brand. So don't underestimate the power of the retention posture. Practice it, perfect it, and use it wisely. You may just be surprised at how much of a difference it makes in your life. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this one. We appreciate your support, and we love bringing you valuable content on leadership, communication, and personal development. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.